ride on public access.
Yeah.
With no special effects.
There's a red ball hanging from a string.
Yes, they're like, we're going to turn the sun red for the motherland.
So then you'll have some cheesy plot where they try to block out the sun with something they send into the...
Yeah.
But then realize they just blocked out their own sun as well.
And then people can criticize the Simpsons episode because Lance Jackson did it.
Yeah.
Lance Jackson did it first.
Yeah. So, and you're mad because they get all the royalties. You're like...
Yeah, they were about to make a movie based on you, like a kind of cheapy, made-for-TV type
Oh, they're
movie.
going to do a gritty reboot anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get any credit at all. They're going to be like...
Actually, I think I want to use the gritty reboot later on in the campaign.
Didn't they use that in...
That's not in the works yet.
You can't afford to, like, re-up the rights, so they're about to go public domain or something.
Didn't they do that in Comic Book the movie?
I haven't seen it, actually. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't. Yeah.
Okay, so...
God. Alright.
I've seen it. It wasn't very good.
Now I just need a gimmick and weakness.
But the special features where it's...
that panel...
Where it's got the panel of basically every cartoon voice in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was really cool.
one of your... Well, you could have a gimmick that's something along the lines as you... I don't know if that's a gimmick or a
still
weakness.
looking for a gimmick and weakness?
Yeah.
I still think hundreds of fans as both.
Because you have a chance every time you go into public running into that one guy who's like in his 50s.
I think that would really work for that character.
Yeah.
Hundreds of fans.
Although you might call it dozens of fans, just to make it clear that it's
Not.
Hey, look, there's that Lance Jackson. Oh my God, it's Lance Jackson!
As a whole,
And with the advent of, the internet now, I'm sure you're the butt of a few, little demotivational jokes.
There's
probably
Lance Jackson memes.
an equal number of people know you from the meme than they do the show.
Jimmy
or
McCarthy's
not.
tell-all that is kind of scandalous.
Alright, I guess that works. Just set it as both.
I would. I'd do it as both and leave them the same
And we'll
number.
see if it's good or bad for you, depending on the fan.
It completely depends on... Like, sometimes if he needs information, since all his fans are dorks, he might be able to, like...
He can go to the...
Post on the bulletin boards of the fan club and get an answer.
Go to the...
And then other times he might run into some dork who gets in his way and annoys him.
Okay,
Angel Fire
tagline.
website with his information.
Oh, yeah.
Brokers on it.
An anti-communist
you've gotta
dated
have
tagline.
Yeah, I have to have something from the show.
But it also has to sound cheesy.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers.
If it's red, it's dead.
No, it's the 60s. They don't talk about death very often.
Yeah.
That's something like...
Something about America.
Yeah.
Or reference the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Fuck the hippies.
The word fuck hasn't been invented yet.
Really?
That was a joke. But you'd think it hadn't been invented until like the 70s.
Yeah.
Smooth. God, that is
Communist beware, Lance Jackson is here. Something just like really, really...
That is really cheesy.
That is really cheesy.
But that might be too cheesy even for this show.
Really?
Yeah, I think it almost needs to be more like a battle cry.
Yeah.
You're proudly standing up next to, I don't know. Trying to think of a lyric from a cheesy pro-American song that would fit.
Always on your 2 feet. No, that's too lame.
Proud to be an American.
I only like red if it's got some white and blue next to it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's just dialogue from the show. That's not the
Yeah. That's one of the fan favorites.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do every time he meets a fan.
That's like the
about
last
their favorite.
line of an episode where they all stand still.
Yeah.
Kind of
They have to hold still because they can't actually like pause the footage.
Yeah.
The camera just keeps running a
And
little
praying's
longer.
half the battle. Or something.
No, you see, you don't... I don't know, though. Can you actually have Christian undertones in a show about science in the 60s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the 60s. There wasn't that much atheism going on yet.
You were probably Catholic if you're pro-Kennedy. Just throwing it out.
Wasn't he the only Catholic president?
Yeah.
To this day. And it was a huge uproar.
Yeah, we've had more.
The scandalous, because I mean, Catholics aren't just
We've
like
had more
beating
Quaker
up on
presidents
themselves.
than we've had Catholic presidents.
That's
It just says a lot
ridiculous.
about us.
We had more what?
I think you think you'd want a president who was.
We might get a
guilty
Mormon if
for
the
everything.
Republicans.
And remember, he was running against Nixon,
Yeah.
who invented the Southern strategy.
Alright, so a good tagline for a pseudo washed up science fiction actor.
Yeah, it's got to sound like
Public
it would
access.
go on a World War II poster.
And you probably also had to film, and probably this is where the meme comes from, is you probably had to film, like, since it was public access, like it's you at the end of it, like, thanks to viewers like you and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundation. And
I can't believe you remember that.
It's still pleasant
having-
to say though.
but back then it would have been thanks to the McCarthy Fund. And, yeah. What's your tagline for
Oh, it's easy. Are we done yet?
with your character? Yeah, that makes sense. Damn, you had to get a character that was like, we have to think about it.
Mine is wow squishy.
Mine's some, fucking, stupid art school thing.
That's the American way.
Cheesy, possibly anti-communist, definitely pro-American.
What would J. Edgar Hoover do?
Good old Hoover.
Let's work on the rest of the characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this might take a
It will
while.
come to us with time.
Or not.
Who played in the movie did you go with?
I went with Adam West.
Okay.
It's gotta be. Like, I keep hearing Adam West's voice every time.
It's got to be Adam West or Shatner.
Who
I
would?
think.
Yeah, the only person I could think of for me would be the Asian guy from Heroes.
Oh, Matsuoka.
Oh,
Hero.
Yeah.
The only reason worth watching the show in the first season.
Until yeah. I was gonna say the first season, then
What's
the
his
second,
name?
third,
'Cause I
and fourth,
can-
he becomes worse.
Okay.
I
what
never
was,
watched
What's
it.
his name?
Because there's no
Matsuoka.
point watching the second, third, and fourth.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say Shoji Kawamori, but that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And you're probably the only person that caught that reference.